Does it get to the point without trying too hard to impress? Did you know that Sigma females, despite their fierce independence and quiet strength, often miss out on one of the most powerful things about themselves? It's true. But what is it? Let's talk about it. So, what is a Sigma female anyway? Well, Sigma females are someone who stands apart. They're not one to follow the crowd, not interested in the usual social games. They value their freedom, their space, and they tend to keep to themselves. Sigma females don't need approval from anyone, and they're not afraid to walk their own path. But there's something Sigma females might be overlooking about themselves, something that could help them level up. And in this video, we're about to break it down. Here's the thing. Sigma females are often seen as mysterious or even misunderstood. People think Sigma females don't care about connections or that they're just too much for others to handle. But here's the problem. Sigma females might not even realize how much they're undervaluing their own power. There's something about them that they might not fully understand, and it's holding them back from tapping into their true potential. All right, let's get into it. Here are 8 things Sigma females often don't realize about themselves. 1. Sigma females are more social than they think. It's easy to assume that Sigma females prefer being alone all the time because they value their solitude. And yes, it's true. Sigma females thrive in their own company. They find peace in silence and tend to recharge best when they are by themselves. But here's the thing. Sigma females are also capable of being highly engaging in social situations when they decide to be. It's not that they're antisocial, they're just selective about how and when they participate in social dynamics. Unlike others who might feel the need to constantly be part of the crowd, Sigma females understand that social energy has its time and place. They're not the type to seek attention or engage in shallow, small talk, but when they do choose to interact, they do it with purpose. There's a certain quiet magnetism about them that makes people take notice. Sigma females don't need to be loud or overly expressive to capture the room's attention. It's in the way they carry themselves, the way they observe, and the subtle but impactful contributions they make in conversations. Even in a crowded room, a Sigma female can command attention with just a few carefully chosen words or a knowing smile. This is where their social power lies. It's not about trying to be the center of attention, but more about drawing people in with authenticity and a grounded sense of self. In many ways, Sigma females don't realize how magnetic they actually are. Their calm confidence is what draws people to them, even if they don't actively seek it. The truth is, when a Sigma female decides to show up, she leaves an impression. It's not about fitting in with the crowd or playing by anyone's rules. Sigma females don't need to conform to social norms to feel validated. They've got an inner peace that makes them stand out in a way that feels effortless. People are naturally curious about them, drawn to the mystery they carry with them. There's a quiet strength that speaks louder than any boast or display of bravado. Sigma females know how to make an entrance, but they also know when it's time to step back. They don't cling to the spotlight, and that's part of their allure. They don't overextend themselves socially, and that's okay. They value meaningful interactions over casual chatter. But the key is, Sigma females shouldn't downplay how powerful their presence is when they do choose to engage. Whether they're in a large group or one-on-one conversations, their presence makes an impact. It's subtle, but it's undeniable. They are more social than they give themselves credit for, and the world around them picks up on that energy, even when they don't intend for it to. They have the power to shift the dynamics of any social situation, and that's something Sigma females often underestimate about themselves. If you're enjoying this so far, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to stay updated with more empowering content like this. 2. Sigma females underestimate the impact they have on others. It's easy for Sigma females to think that because they don't actively seek the spotlight or chase attention, their actions go unnoticed. But the reality is far different. People are watching. They may not always show it, but they're observing every move Sigma females make. It's the quiet confidence, the independence, and the way Sigma females handle challenges that people notice. Even in a room full of chatter and noise, Sigma females stand out without even trying. People admire them because they exude a sense of calm power. It's not about being loud or boastful, it's about being true to oneself, and that's what people respect. Those around Sigma females are constantly inspired by their ability to navigate life with grace, composure, and a sense of purpose. Sigma females might think they're just going about their day, minding their own business, but to others, there's something magnetic about that calm presence. It makes people take a second look, even if they don't say anything. They see Sigma females handling their work, their relationships, and their lives with a strength that seems effortless. They may not be putting on a show or seeking praise, but the quiet dignity they carry makes a lasting impression. It's the way Sigma females move through the world, unaffected by drama or unnecessary noise, that inspires people. They set a silent example of what it means to be self-sufficient, independent, and emotionally intelligent. What Sigma females don't always realize is that others are constantly looking to them for guidance, even if it's just through their actions. People admire how Sigma females manage to be themselves without apology. They don't need validation from anyone, yet somehow they give others permission to do the same. It's in the small things, how Sigma females prioritize their needs, how they respect their time, how they don't settle for less than they deserve. People respect that level of self-awareness and self-respect, whether they verbalize it or not. Sigma females may not feel the need to be anyone's role model, but whether they realize it or not, they inspire others just by being authentic. And that's the thing, they don't have to do anything extra. Their mere presence and approach to life set the standard. They don't seek to impress, they just are. And that's what makes the biggest impact. What Sigma females often fail to grasp is how much their actions, their strength, and their independence are a guiding light for those around them. Even in moments of quiet, they're having a profound effect on others. They may not chase attention, but in their own way, they are leading by example every single day. 3 Sigma females are actually great leaders. It's easy to think that leadership requires a title or the ability to stand in front of a crowd and speak with authority, but that's not the case. Sigma females don't need a title or a position of power to lead. They lead by example. Their actions speak louder than any words could. It's in the way they handle situations, the way they stay true to their values, and the way they navigate challenges with a calm confidence. Sigma females naturally inspire those around them, even when they don't try. People follow them because they trust their judgment, admire their resilience, and recognize the quiet strength they possess. But the problem is, Sigma females don't always see it. They don't crave the spotlight or the recognition that comes with leadership. They're not interested in being the center of attention or in getting accolades for their work. Their leadership doesn't come from seeking approval or validation. It comes from doing what they believe is right, even when no one is watching. What Sigma females often fail to realize is that leadership doesn't have to mean being loud, bossy, or in charge of a group. It's about how they carry themselves, how they handle adversity, and how others look to them for guidance, even when they don't ask for it. Leadership is about influence, and Sigma females have that in spades. People follow them because they see the integrity and authenticity in their actions. They're drawn to the way Sigma females stay true to themselves, no matter what's going on around them. It's not about being the loudest or most extroverted person in the room. Sigma females understand that real leadership is about the impact they make on others through their choices and their behavior. People respect Sigma females because they don't need to force anything. They lead simply by living authentically and staying grounded in their principles. It's a quiet form of leadership, but it's incredibly powerful. When Sigma females are in a group, others naturally look to them for direction, not because they demand it, but because their presence commands respect. It's the way Sigma females don't compromise their values for anyone or anything that makes them leaders. People want to follow someone who knows who they are and isn't afraid to walk their own path. Sigma females don't need to announce their leadership. They don't have to say a word. They just move through the world, and people naturally follow their lead. Leadership for Sigma females is about quietly influencing others by staying true to themselves and handling whatever comes their way with grace and confidence. Their leadership is authentic, effective, and, most importantly, undeniable. If this resonates with you, drop a comment below and share your thoughts. I love hearing from you all, and it helps others realize just how powerful they really are. 4. Sigma females are stronger than they think. Yeah, Sigma females already know they're tough. They've been through a lot and have handled challenges that would make others crumble. But sometimes that quiet strength hides just how truly resilient they are. It's not about being loud or drawing attention to their struggles. It's in how they keep going, even when everything seems to be falling apart. Sigma females handle situations with a level of grace and composure that many people can't comprehend. They're the ones who deal with tough times without complaining or making a scene. They get through hard moments in silence, putting one foot in front of the other, quietly pushing forward. While others might seek sympathy or help, Sigma females face their struggles head-on, determined to overcome whatever life throws at them. And it's not just about surviving, it's about thriving despite the odds. Sigma females have been through things that most people don't even know about. They've dealt with personal challenges, heartbreak, rejection, and loss, all while keeping it together on the outside. What others see as strength is actually a deeper resilience that comes from surviving battles no one else even knew were being fought. Sigma females have endured far more than they give themselves credit for, and that's where their real strength lies. They might think they've just gotten by, but in reality, they've faced each challenge head-on and came out stronger on the other side. The truth is, Sigma females often underestimate how much they've already overcome. They've been knocked down, yet they always get back up. They don't just survive life, they handle it, and that's what makes them so incredibly strong. Sigma females might not show it, but their resilience is unmatched. They don't let failure define them. They use it as fuel to keep pushing forward. They're the ones who keep moving, even when the world is telling them to stop. They're not afraid to go it alone, even when they're facing the hardest battles. That's not just toughness, it's emotional and mental strength that few people truly understand. Sigma females have this incredible ability to adapt to whatever comes their way without losing who they are. They don't make excuses, and they don't let obstacles get in their way. Instead, they find a way through. Sigma females don't need to be loud about their strength because it speaks for itself. They may not realize it, but they are among the most resilient people out there. The world might not see all the battles they've fought, but Sigma females always carry on. And that's why they are far stronger than they give themselves credit for. 5. Sigma females need human connection more than they admit. Sigma females are known for their independence, and it's one of their strongest qualities. They don't need anyone to tell them what to do or how to live their life. They are self-sufficient, capable of handling their own problems and making decisions without relying on anyone else. This level of independence is empowering, and it's part of what makes Sigma females stand out. However, even the most independent people need connection, and that's something Sigma females often overlook. It's not about losing their sense of self or changing who they are. It's about recognizing that human connection is a fundamental part of life. And sometimes, even Sigma females need someone to lean on. This doesn't mean they're weak or incapable. In fact, needing people doesn't make Sigma females any less strong. It makes them human. They may not want to admit it, but everyone needs support at some point. There's nothing wrong with having a friend to talk to when times get tough, or reaching out for help when life feels overwhelming. Sigma females might feel like asking for help or being vulnerable is a sign of weakness, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Reaching out to others is a strength in itself. It shows emotional maturity and the willingness to embrace one's own humanity. Sigma females are perfectly capable of standing strong on their own, but they're also allowed to experience the comfort and warmth that comes from human connection. It doesn't diminish their power, it enhances it. The truth is, leaning on others every once in a while doesn't take away from the independence that Sigma females value so much. It simply reminds them that they don't have to do everything alone. Whether it's a friend, family member, or even a trusted colleague, having someone by their side can help them recharge and gain perspective. And when Sigma females allow themselves to lean on others, they often find that the support they receive gives them the strength to continue forging ahead. It's a reminder that they are not isolated from the world, they're part of it. No one is meant to go through life completely alone, and even Sigma females deserve to feel supported, cared for, and connected. There's no shame in wanting to feel understood or having someone to share a laugh with. Sigma females might prefer solitude, but that doesn't mean they should shut out the possibility of connection. In fact, embracing human interaction can make their journey even more fulfilling. So, while Sigma females will always be strong, capable, and independent, it's important to remember that asking for help or seeking connection doesn't make them less of who they are. It makes them more human. 6 Sigma females are not as alone as they think. Sometimes being a Sigma female means ending up in their own head. They tend to retreat inward, finding comfort and peace in solitude, away from the noise and chaos of the world. In these moments, it can feel like they're disconnected, isolated from the rest of society. They might think that because they don't often engage in social circles or go after the same things that everyone else does, they're alone in their journey. But the truth is, they're not as isolated as they feel. There's a whole network of people who are quietly supporting them. These people might not always speak up or be in their immediate circle, but they're watching from a distance. They admire Sigma females for their strength, their independence, and their ability to move through the world with such quiet confidence. In fact, Sigma females might be surprised to know how many people look up to them. They may think that because they keep to themselves, no one notices. But in reality, there are many who are silently admiring them. There are people who see Sigma females handling life with grace, going after their goals and sticking to their values, and they're inspired by it. They respect the way Sigma females choose their own path, no matter how unconventional it may seem. Some people might even wish they could be more like them, more self-sufficient, more comfortable with their own company, more unapologetically themselves. The admiration is there, even if it's not always vocalized. Sigma females might feel like they're walking this path alone, but the truth is, their actions are noticed. There are others who are quietly cheering them on, even if they don't make a big show of it. They are part of a bigger picture, a larger network of people who understand what it's like to value independence, but also recognize the importance of connection. People might not always reach out to offer support, but that doesn't mean they aren't there. In fact, many Sigma females have a quiet army of admirers who are rooting for their success, hoping to see them flourish. These people may not be in their immediate circle, but they are out there, paying attention and silently offering support. Sometimes, Sigma females don't realize how many lives they touch simply by being themselves. They may feel alone, but in reality, there's a whole group of people who are watching, admiring, and perhaps even learning from them. So, the next time Sigma females feel like they're on their own, they should remember that there are others who understand them, support them, and look up to the way they navigate life with such quiet strength. They are never truly alone. If you haven't subscribed yet, now's a great time to do so. I've got even more insightful content coming your way, so don't miss out. 7 Sigma females tend to dismiss their own value. Sigma females are known for their quiet confidence. They carry themselves with a sense of calm and self-assurance that's rare in today's world. But here's the catch. Sometimes that quiet confidence slips into self-doubt. Sigma females might look around at others and think they have it easier, that everyone else seems to have the answers or the perfect path laid out for them. They may wonder why things seem to fall into place for others, while they have to work so hard for every step forward. It's easy for Sigma females to think that they are somehow less equipped or that they're missing something others seem to have. The truth is, this couldn't be further from the reality. Sigma females are just as capable, if not more so, than anyone they compare themselves to. The strength that comes with being a Sigma female is in the independence, the resilience, and the ability to thrive without the need for constant validation. The reason Sigma females tend to dismiss their value is because they've been trained to believe that success looks one way: loud, visible, and constantly validated by others. But that's not their path. Sigma females walk a different road, one that's more personal, more introspective, and often more challenging. And it's in that very journey that their true value lies. Their path may not look the same as everyone else's, but that's what makes it special. It's unique, and it's theirs. That uniqueness is their strength, not a weakness. Sigma females are not meant to follow the conventional route or to fit into the mold that society often expects them to. They are forging their own way, making their own decisions, and finding their own success on their terms. But because their journey is quieter, more personal, it's easy for them to feel like they're falling short or not measuring up. What they fail to realize is that their path, though different, is just as valuable, if not more, than the one most people follow. There's no one-size-fits-all way to success, and the way Sigma females walk through the world, stoic, self-reliant and steady, is something that others can admire and even envy. Sigma females may dismiss their value because they don't see the immediate rewards or the external recognition, but in reality, their strength is in how they persist, how they rise again after challenges, and how they stay true to themselves in a world that often demands conformity. Their value isn't measured by how fast they get to the finish line, but by how they navigate their journey with integrity and resilience. So, Sigma females need to stop underestimating their worth. They have what it takes, often more than they realize, and the very qualities they downplay are the ones that make them extraordinary. 8-point Sigma females are more intuitive than they give themselves credit for. Sigma females have an incredible ability to read situations and people without needing all the facts. They have a gut feeling that often leads them in the right direction, but for some reason, they second-guess it. That intuitive voice, the one that whispers in the back of their minds, is sharper than they realize. Sigma females are naturally in tune with their instincts, yet they tend to ignore or doubt them. It's as if they think their intuition isn't enough, or that they need more proof before trusting themselves. But the truth is, their gut is almost always right. Whether it's deciding on a big life change or sensing when something's off in a relationship, Sigma females have an inner knowing that they should lean into. What they often fail to recognize is that this inner voice isn't just a random thought or feeling. It's a deep, instinctual guide that helps them navigate the world. The more Sigma females ignore it, the more they start doubting their ability to make the right decisions. The reality is, trusting their intuition would help them avoid a lot of unnecessary confusion or frustration. They already have the answers within them, but they've been conditioned to look for external validation or approval. The power of intuition is something many Sigma females undervalue, not realizing that it's one of their most important strengths. Their instincts are finely tuned from years of being independent, navigating life on their own terms, and learning to trust themselves in moments of uncertainty. But instead of embracing it, they often dismiss it or let doubt cloud their judgment. When Sigma females start to truly trust their intuition, they'll find that they make decisions faster and with more confidence. They'll feel more at peace with the choices they make, knowing that they're guided by something much deeper than logic alone. The more they listen to that inner voice, the clearer and stronger it will become. They'll start recognizing patterns, sensing opportunities, and avoiding pitfalls before they even happen. It's not about getting everything perfect. It's about trusting the process and knowing that their intuition knows the way. Sigma females need to stop second-guessing themselves and start listening to that inner voice. It's there to protect them, guide them, and help them thrive. The more they rely on it, the more powerful they'll become. Trusting their intuition doesn't mean they're letting go of their independence. It means they're embracing a deeper connection to themselves. So, It's time for Sigma females to stop doubting their gut and start listening to the wisdom that's always been there, guiding them in the right direction. Here's the thing. The one thing most Sigma females overlook is their own ability to make a massive impact. It's easy for Sigma females to assume that their influence is limited because they don't follow the typical social rules or crave attention. But that's where they're wrong. Sigma females don't need to be loud, they don't need to fit into anyone else's mold, and they certainly don't need to play the same game everyone else is playing to have a powerful impact. Their quiet power is just as strong, if not stronger, than any other type of personality. The world may be obsessed with loud voices and visible success, but Sigma females have a completely different kind of influence. It's not flashy, it's not in your face, but it is undeniable. It's in the way they move through the world with their own sense of purpose, carving their own path, never needing approval from others. It's in the way people look to them for guidance without even realizing it. Sigma females are special, and not in the everyone is special kind of way. This isn't about a superficial feel-good statement. This is about recognizing that their individuality, the things that make them stand apart from the crowd, are what give them power. Their strength lies in the fact that they don't try to be anyone else. They aren't concerned with fitting in or meeting other people's expectations. They are, at their core, unapologetically themselves. Their power isn't in pretending to be someone they're not, or in conforming to societal standards. It's in embracing who they truly are, independence, intuition, and strength. It's in the way they trust themselves and move forward without needing validation. The reality is, Sigma females are not misunderstood. People often don't get them because they don't fit the mold. They don't play the social games others are used to, but that's the point. They're simply different, and that's their superpower. In a world full of noise, it's the quiet ones who often carry the most weight. The ones who don't seek attention or validation, but who command respect just by being themselves. When Sigma females fully embrace the fact that they don't need to conform to be powerful, they unlock their true potential. They realize that their quiet presence is just as impactful as anyone else's loud one, if not more. And when they realize this, when they fully accept it, that's when the game changes. That's when they begin to step into their full power. So many Sigma females underestimate their ability to make waves in the world. They think they need to shout to be heard or change who they are to succeed. But the truth is, their true strength is in staying true to who they are. The world doesn't need another copy of everyone else. The world needs more people who walk to the beat of their own drum. Sigma females already have everything they need to make an impact. It's already inside them. They just need to believe in it. They don't need to imitate anyone else. They just need to trust themselves and their unique path. So, to all the Sigma females out there, recognize your power. Stop undervaluing yourself. It's so easy to get caught up in self-doubt, to think that you're not as capable as others or that your path is somehow less valuable. But the truth is, you're not alone, you're not weak, and you're not invisible. Your power isn't in how much you do for others. It's in knowing that you can do it for yourself. It's in understanding that you don't need to prove your worth to anyone, because your worth is already inherent in who you are. It's in the fact that you don't need to rely on anyone else's approval to feel good about yourself. You've got the strength to create your own success, to navigate life on your own terms, and to walk through this world with confidence. And that's where your true value lies. Your value isn't in how much you do for others or how much recognition you get from them. It's in knowing that your journey is yours to define, and that by simply being you, you make a powerful impact. You inspire others by showing up as your authentic self. You may not see it, but you are influencing the world around you just by living your truth. Now, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me what Sigma females need to understand about themselves. Let's talk about it. I'm sure there are some experiences and insights out there that can inspire others. This is a space to be real, to share what you've learned, and to remind each other that we're not alone in this journey. And hey, if you're into this, I've got another video coming up that'll go even deeper into this topic. You won't want to miss it. It'll help you understand how to embrace your unique power even more. So, Stay tuned for that. Stay strong, stay true, and keep being unapologetically you. The world needs more Sigma females who aren't afraid to stand out and live on their own terms. Catch you in the next one.